Dear viewers, today we will take you to Norway, a country that captivates with its stunning nature and rich culture. Norway, one of the 5 countries that come to mind when you think of Scandinavia, is among the most livable countries in the world with its breathtaking landscapes, clean and orderly streets, and high standard of living. Located in the far north of Western Europe on the Scandinavian peninsula, this beautiful country is known for its narrow and deep coastal inlets, hundreds of fjords, and striking geological formations. Norway shares borders with Sweden, Finland, and Russia. Oslo, the capital city, and Bergen, with its enchanting architecture, are must-visit cities. With harbors surrounded by colorfully painted wooden houses, vibrant nightlife, and historical heritage, these cities are attractions for nature and history lovers. In the rural areas of Bergen, you can find the country's most popular climbing and hiking trails, recognized as one of the most beautiful places in the world and listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The fjords offer a range of outdoor sports from boat trips to cycling, hiking, skiing, and climbing. These fjords provide visitors with unique scenic views. Norway's economy remains stable with a vibrant private sector, a broad state sector, and a well-spread social security network. Despite withdrawing from the European Union, Norway is a member of the European Economic Area, partially participating in the EU market. Represented by the Norwegian krone currency, Norway is rich in natural resources like oil, natural gas, fish, forest products, and minerals. Notably, it is the second largest exporter of seafood in the world. The official language in Norway is Norwegian, which is spoken in 2 dialects, Bokmål and Nynorsk. Additionally, a large portion of the population speaks English, and German and Spanish are also common. Although Norway is a cold country due to its geographical location, its climate is more temperate. During the summer months, temperatures average between 25 to 30 degrees Celsius, while in winter, it turns into a true snow paradise, with temperatures dropping to -40 degrees. Norwegian cuisine is particularly famous for its salmon. With a coastline stretching 21,500 kilometers, seafood forms the foundation of its culinary tradition. The national drink is akvavit, also known as potato whiskey. The local cuisine features complex fish and meat dishes with minimal sauces to preserve natural flavors, along with dairy, bread, and grain products. Despite high freedom of thought, Norway lags behind other European countries in terms of church-state separation. About 80% of the population is registered with the church, and until 2012, it was mandatory for parliament members to be from the Lutheran Church. In terms of transportation, Norway offers rich alternatives, allowing travelers to discover unique natural landscapes while traveling between cities by train. Bus services and advanced car rental services also provide comfortable travel. Many airlines offer flights to Norway. Norwegian cities. Norway offers travelers a unique travel experience with many cities worth visiting. Oslo, Bergen, Trondheim, Stavanger, Bodø, Tromsø, Narvik, and Ålesund are among the numerous travel destinations in the country that should not be missed. For nature lovers, we recommend places like Flam and Voss. Additionally, Norway, with its world-renowned trekking routes, includes must-see spots like Trolltunga and Pulpit Rock. Norway, with its stunning geography, lush nature, clean air, and charming houses, is a magical destination that needs to be explored from Oslo to Bergen, Ålesund to the Lofoten Islands. Oslo is the capital and the most populous city of Norway. Composed one-third of fjords and two-thirds of forests, parks, and green spaces, Oslo is a city where the duration between sunset and sunrise is just a few hours. A modern, dynamic, and intriguing city, Oslo is also Norway's cultural capital, featuring around 50 museums, historical buildings, art galleries, sculpture parks, and concert venues. Places like the Oslo Fjord View, the maritime museums on the Bygdøy Peninsula where you can see Viking ships, the Nobel Peace Center, the Vigeland Sculpture Park with over 200 sculptures, the contemporary architecture of the Opera House, the Royal Palace, Oslo Cathedral, and Karl Johans Gate are all places you will enjoy exploring. Don't miss the Munch Museum, the Scream, Runerløkka, and Damstrædet, the region with the colorful houses with snow-covered roofs that come to mind when you think of Scandinavia. Bergen is Norway's second-largest city. A port city that has existed since the Middle Ages, Bergen is a mini Norway, containing all the features worth exploring in the country. Bergen, where it rains 300 days a year, is also the starting point for fjord tours. Bryggen, a historical district on the shores of Bergen Harbor, is known for its colorful wooden houses. Listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, this area has cafes, restaurants, and art workshops. Within the area, you should also visit the Hanseatic Museum and the 12th century St. Mary's Church, and at the end of Bryggen Harbor, you will find Fisketorget, one of the city's most famous shopping stops. In Bergen, you can also see Torgallmenningen, a charming traffic-free place, enjoy the view of Bergen from Fløyen Hill, and visit the 13th century Bergenhus fortress. Trondheim is Norway's third-largest city. Founded in 997 and known as the City of the Viking Kingdom, Trondheim is a charming city where many events and festivals related to Viking culture and symbolic spearfighting tournaments are held throughout the year. Formerly known as Trondheim, the name of the city means Trond's house. Trondheim, which served as the capital for the Vikings and became a religious center in the Middle Ages, has many places to see, such as Sversborg Fortress, Nidaros Cathedral, and its beautiful colorful wooden houses. It is possible to reach the city by trains departing from Oslo. Stavanger is Norway's fourth-largest city. The most important feature of Stavanger is that oil in the North Sea was first discovered here. Also known as the City of Wind due to its proximity to the ocean, Stavanger is always windy. Before oil was found, the city had the title of Norway's herring capital and also houses a world-famous petroleum museum. The city's port is also a docking point for cruise ships. Old Stavanger, the old city center, is a district with the largest wooden houses in Europe. Composed of over 200 houses from the 18th and 19th centuries, Stavanger houses are incredibly charming. You can have a drink at cafes in the marina area and watch the ducks at Breavatnet. In Stavanger, You can also visit the 18th century Stavanger Cathedral and Godeland Badeplass just outside the city. Svalbard is an archipelago located between the Arctic Ocean, Barents Sea, Greenland Sea, and Norwegian Sea, belonging to Norway. Known as the northernmost inhabited place in the world, Svalbard is rich in wildlife, including glaciers, polar bears, and Arctic foxes. Since the early 1900s, an agreement has allowed 40 countries to establish settlements on the island, but today only Norway and Russia exercise this right. Svalbard Islands, where human bodies almost never decay, have 2/3 of their land preserved as a nature reserve. Of the most important settlements in Svalbard are Longyearbyen, Barentsburg, and New York-Ålesund. In recent years, the islands have become quite touristic, with ships and boats running year-round. The most exciting thing about Svalbard is the feeling of being at the northernmost point of the world. It is one of the best places to see the northern lights, with no daylight during winter and no darkness during summer. Norwegian fjords are unique natural formations owned by Norway. Meaning narrow, deep bays, fjords are formed by the flooding of valleys carved by glaciers in mountainous coastal regions due to land subsidence or rising sea levels. Named after an old Scandinavian word meaning natural harbor, fjords are most commonly found along the coasts of Norway, Scotland, Iceland, Greenland, Alaska, southern Chile, and New Zealand. However, the world's most beautiful fjords are located along the Norwegian coast. The most famous and most visited fjords in Norway are the Western Fjords. These stunning formations are so beautiful they take visitors' breath away. The world's longest fjord, Sonafjord, and Nærøyfjord, listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, are among the Western Fjords. The city of Bergen on the western coast is the best place to start exploring these fjords. Dear viewers, together we have explored the magical nature, rich culture, and impressive cities of Norway. From the modern streets of Oslo to the colorful houses of Bergen and the Viking spirit of Trondheim, we have seen the diversity of this beautiful country with its generous nature, historical wealth, and warm people. Norway stands out not only as a place to visit but also as a place where one might wish to live. We hope this documentary has opened an inspiring window into Norway for you. Until our next journey of discovery, goodbye.